And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this video if you want more content like this. And leave a comment.
Hey man, Sam man, welcome back to another Act Like You Know video. New scene. I'm visiting my sisters for my sister's graduation, but I'm in my baby sister's room, so ignore the art in the background. But we're here to talk basketball. First of all, shout out to I wanted to say Jaylen Brunson so bad, but Jaylen Brown for 40 points, 14 to 27. I think he hit 4 threes. He was absolutely spectacular last night. He was the best player on the Celtics. Just an all-around good performance by the Celtics. Kind of what I expected going into game 2. They controlled the game for the most part. I mean, they get close at significant times, but by the end of the third quarter, you kind of knew who was going to win. And speaking of the third quarter and what I wanted to get to most, I didn't want to dismiss the Celtics win, but I feel like this was more prominent. I'm not sure if a lot of people are talking about this. I kind of just woke up, but Rick Carlisle seemingly quitting on this game down 0-1 was odd to me. He took out Pascal Siakam with, I believe, 9 minutes left, if I remember correctly, or 9 minutes plus, and you're only down 13, and they showed multiple times during game 1 they can come back from a 13-point lead within the same quarter. I understand that Halliburton got hurt and re-aggravated his hamstring. I don't know. At first, it kind of seemed like when it was happening, it was like, okay, we're forfeiting this game. We're not going to push Halliburton anymore, but it seems a little bit more significant than that, and that's going to really affect the series moving forward, obviously. But the biggest issue I have is Rick Carlisle seemingly quitting. He took TJ, he took Pascal out, never put him back in. The game never really got above 13 for a while there until under 5 minutes when they really emptied out their bench. And I'm just confused on why you would do that in an Eastern Conference Finals game where this is your last chance. It's it almost felt like we're all right, we'll get him at home, which I'm being realistic. Their team's not good enough to beat the Celtics 4 out of 5 times. And I feel like Carlisle should know that, especially with not knowing the status of your point guard. That's why I originally felt like they quit, because it's you would only do this if you know Halliburton is going to return this series or he's going to be 100% the rest of the series. I feel like I would exhaust all my options. And they have a deep bench. If I'm recalling, I have a deep bench, I might as well just push it, see if we can make one last run. And he never seemed to do that in the fourth quarter. It seemed like he just quit at the end of the third when the game started to get out of reach. But I don't know. I feel like the Celtics have mental lapses, and those are you're able to see that. I'm not sure why Ben Shepherd and Andrew Nembhard are still guarding Jason Tatum, even though Jason Tatum didn't start this game well. He had a decent second half. I'm not going to say it's great because the game was already decided. That's neither here or there. Jaylen Brown was on one the entire night. The reason they won this game is because Jaylen Brown was really hooping. And obviously the other guys stepped up. Derek Wright hit 4 threes. Jason Tatum, I don't want to say he got carried this game. I mean, he did other things that were definitely effective, but scoring-wise, he was ineffective until they went up 10, and then he was able to like 8 or 10, and then he was able to push out the lead. Not really worried about the Celtics in this series, as I said in the recap that we have yet to upload due to me traveling a bunch. But we had the Celtics in 5, me and AJ. We'll get up there sooner or later. But yeah, man, I just feel like the series is essentially over now, down 0-2. I said that after the first game, which I uploaded on this channel. After the Pacers choked game 1, I don't feel like the Celtics really won that game. Obviously, I had to get the Celtics credit for capitalizing on their opportunities, but for the most part, it was unforced errors that doomed the Pacers and just mismanagement of the game by a young team. But yeah, that's sort of those type of stuff can't happen. I feel like that really changed the series. If you went up 1-0 and then let's say you did something like that tonight, where you just sit your guys, you're like, all right, we're going back to Indiana 1-1. That's what we wanted. You wanted to get a split on the road, but you didn't do that, and then you quit with 9 minutes left. Is odd to me. That's the only way I can explain it. I felt like he quit on his team. I'm not really sure why he benched all his guys with 9 minutes left in about a 13, 14-point game. That's a lot of time, especially for the number one scoring offense. I understand that Halliburton's not playing, but even with TJ McConnell running the point and Andrew Nembhard, they've shown to have pieces. Even when Halliburton was hurt in January. They shown to have pieces where they can still score at a high efficient level. And then Siakam had it going tonight. So I'm just not really sure why they do that. Miles Turner had a poor first half due to foul trouble. I believe he had a donut at the end of the half. And yeah, man, it's mind boggling to me that they kind of quit. Maybe some Indiana Pacers can come in, fans can come in here, the tens to 100 people that watch this right now. But I don't know. It just feels like they quit. That's the only way I can put it. It just feels like we're like, okay, we're just gonna go back to Indiana. We're undefeated at home, and we're just gonna tie the series or something like that. I don't get it because I don't think they don't have like an advantage like they did. Unfortunately, we have to keep bringing this up where someone got hurt on the Celtics. Like they're mainly healthy, and Porzingis has been out, but they don't need Porzingis to win this series. They can win this series without Porzingis. Clearly, they have enough pieces. This is still a team with 2 All-Stars, 2 All Defensive players. Porzingis adds another layer, obviously, him being an all-star, but they have enough pieces, and their bench has been playing well enough to keep them in games. So I don't know, man. Let me know your thoughts on this. I want to talk about the Timberwolves and let's just talk about it. I want to talk about the Timberwolves in Mavericks first game. Obviously, I wasn't able to do that due to just scheduling conflicts, but good game overall. I'm just gonna keep this quick. Anthony Edwards has to play better. Cat has to play better, just scoring wise. A lot of people, there's like a double standard with Anthony Edwards. It feels like where he's allowed to play back because of his age, and I don't feel like even like a young Tatum, young Luka weren't allowed the same standards. Maybe because they were just so good so fast. Obviously, I feel like Ant has been this good this fast, but maybe to some people he's just blowing up on the scene. I'm not really sure why. Maybe because they hadn't made it out the first round while Ant was there until this year, and they seen him beat KD and Jokic. But 19 points is not going to cut it in the series after you're letting uh, Luka and Kyrie both scored 30, especially after you said your matchup is Kyrie and he went off for 24 in the first half. Kyrie was absolutely magnificent in the first half, kept them in the game. Luka showed up. PJ Washington was a bit off. I'm wondering if those shots are going to start going down. But if I'm the Mavericks, if Jaden McDaniels is going to be your leading scorer with 24 points, we're going to live with that every night. Every night we're going to live with that. As long as we shut down everyone else and McDaniels is going to be the guy that has to beat us from outside or whatever, which he did great. He did great. He shot 6 of 9, I believe, from 3. So that's a great improvement. But yeah, and I think the benches played themselves even. Derek Lively was big in this series. Actually, Derek Lively and Gaffer were big because I thought they were going to get bullied this series. And they weren't. I've seen some conversation about maybe they definitely got to switch it up. I believe you don't have to always play Rudy Gobert in drop coverage. I understand that you want him close to the rim, but like you got to definitely switch that up with great talents of Luka and Kyrie coming off that pick and roll. Because I believe there was like in the fourth, Luka scored 15 points, and like 3 of those possessions, he just came off the drop coverage and was picking them apart. So definitely got to blitz that or just change up, just give them different looks. And they're a good defensive team. And Rudy, a lot of people don't like to give him enough credit, but he can definitely. Hold on, bruh. Sorry for the noise in the background. They're definitely playing basketball in the living room. They just excuse that. But to wrap this up, man, definitely got to switch up the coverages. I'm excited to see game 2. Definitely like to see them come with a lot more energy. And it's getting active out there. But I'm gonna end this because they getting loud. Like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully the Timberwolves even up the series. Hopefully they're not tired. I don't know why they were gassed, and the old veterans seemed not old veterans because Luke is only 25, and then Kyrie's a little on the older side, but they seem like they had more energy. I understand they had one more day, but they had to travel also to Minnesota. I guess the Timberwolves had to travel back to Minnesota after Game 7, but I don't know, man. I don't think they should have had that much more energy than them. Anyways, that's it for today. Like, comment, subscribe.